Hello, and welcome back to the first in-studio recording, I guess, of On the Rocks with
Doolin Dalton
and the Mockingbird. I am the host this week, which is something that I collapse in the studio. I've never done. So if you're listening to this, I guess, in the CMC, you probably heard something funny.
No.
I'd never. If you're listening to this on the podcast, nothing funny happened. Nothing funny happened on October 3rd, 2021. Nothing funny happened.
Nothing.
But anyway, I'm excited to be hosting. I'm excited to be back in the studio. I don't think the website is working yet.
No, it's not. We were told otherwise, but it's not working.
Nobody is listening to this live, but
which is a huge disappointment, honestly.
Very huge disappointment. I was rooting to send the link to my mother, but
I mean, I had a whole timer on our Instagram and everything.
Yeah.
Like, hey. And then I checked this morning because, I got an email saying, hey, it's all back up. We're good to go. Checked this morning. Exactly the same thing. Still not working. Yeah. So I don't know who dropped the ball there, but
somebody fumbled the bag on that one.
Yeah,
we're sitting at a big 0 listeners right now.
Yeah.
Big accomplishment.
I wonder why.
Big accomplishment.
Good thing we record it.
Mm-hmm. But I think we'll kick it to the first song, and in spirit of a new host, I'm gonna play "I Don't Know You" by New Riders of the Purple Sage. Yeah, that was "I Don't Know You" by New Riders of the Purple Sage. Welcome back to On the Rocks. Ooh, first song in the studio. How we feeling, Dalton? How we feeling?
I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling a little bit nervous.
A little nervous?
A little bit anxious.
A little anxious?
Emotional even.
Emotional even?
Yeah.
We're not even live. Sheesh.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's going to feel like when we're live. What do you think?
Scary.
Scary?
Yeah. I'm going to be shaking in my boots.
I'll be shaking in my nice new shoes because I'm in a suit right now because I just had a band concert.
Humble brag. It was really good. I actually really enjoyed that, Joey. You guys did a good job,
yes.
Both bands.
Everything I'm wearing right now except for my shirt I bought yesterday.
Hey.
All the shoes, $5. This jacket, $5. These pants.
Really? The jacket was $5?
This was $5 and it fits pretty nice.
Where'd you get it at?
Good. Ohio Thrift. Broad Street.
There you go.
Yeah, it was definitely a cop, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it is. All right, and we're back. In case you couldn't tell by my aptly timed pun, that was "The Way It Is" by Bruce Hornsby and The Range. Good song.
Great song. Fantastic song.
Fantastic song. Even Liam showed it to me, and I've been in love with it since. It's been a banger in the queue.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of bangers in the queue today. I had to really hit the grindstone.
Mm-hmm.
I was formulating. That's not a word. Formulating what I wanted to play today, because it's a lot harder than you think. You might be able to think.
It is, yeah. I mean, I have a giant playlist for this, and I know the Songbird had a giant playlist as well. And it just every day it would grow. So
yeah, I did not have a giant playlist, but I hope to by the end of the semester have a giant playlist, a massive playlist, even a ginormous playlist, if you insist.
A big playlist,
the biggest playlist of them all. The playlist to rule them all, kind of like the Lord of the Rings playlist,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I've been trying to find a good balance between the music I listen to and the music that is with the spirit of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like New Riders, the Purple Sage, Bruce Hornsby, that stuff that could have been played before. But this next tune, some of my own. I found this band through my roommate Troy, and I've just been in love with it. This is Sammy Ray and the Friends. All right, that was Sunblind by Fleet Foxes. Good album. Shout out to one of the songbirdies, Emily Lutman, for getting me into Fleet Foxes.
There you go.
Heard it one day and I was like, wow, that is a good song. And then I listened to the band, I was like, wow, that is a good band. But, we're inching closer. 1 hour from now, we're going to be in
podcast time.
Podcast portion.
Hopefully we'll have a guest pop in.
Hopefully we have something tentatively planned. I've been reaching out to my contacts. I've been aiming to get somebody on, and hopefully it'll not just be Dalton and I.
Whoa, what's wrong with that, Joey?
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but I like having a guest. It's a fun addition to the program.
I agree.
But yeah, so how you feeling? How you feeling about the music?
I like it so far, Joey. I'm digging it. Very mellow.
Very mellow.
Chills me out.
that is a lot of my music. But maybe this next song won't be mellow, or maybe it will be mellow. I don't know. Depends on your definition of mellow. But this next song is by a pretty unique band. It is a live recording of a band from, I think, Massachusetts called the Jeb Bush Orchestra.
Okay.
It's an interesting kind of jazz fusion-y sound, but let's give it a listen. This is Hot Booch parenthetical live. All right, that was Hot Booch parentheses live by the Jeb Bush Orchestra. What do you think of that?
That was some funky stuff, dude.
It was some funky stuff. Actually, the first time I ever heard this song was on a TikTok.
Really?
And, yeah, it was the part where it everything drops out and it gets like super slow and funky. It was that part. I heard that and it like blew my mind, especially because that part was improvised. The drummer didn't know that they were gonna do that, but it still worked out perfect and sounded like it was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Blows my mind how awesome some musicians can be. Better musicians than me, that's for sure. But yeah, hopefully that was a little less chill, or maybe not hopefully, but that was the goal, to be a little less chill.
It put some boogie in my boots.
Put some boogie in your boots. It put some boogie in my $5 Goodwill dress shoes. That's for sure. But I think the next song I'm gonna kick it to is.
Wait, before we kick it to the next song, can we talk about some stuff?
We can talk about some stuff. Yeah, I've been rushing through.
Have you? Okay, I don't know if we talked about this in the last episode. I don't think we did. Mario movie.
Yeah, that is a thing. Chris Pratt.
Let's talk about it. Chris
Pratt as Mario. The only two good decisions I enjoy about this movie so far, Keegan-Michael Key as Toad.
Yeah.
And Charlie Day as Luigi.
Yeah, I do, and Jack Black as Bowser.
Yeah.
I think those three
are
pretty good.
Those were like, yeah, but Chris Pratt as Mario is
something. I think Nintendo just hopped on the Chris Pratt train.
I do think Mario hopped on the Chris Pratt train that I don't even think really existed that much, so I don't know why they hopped on it. Of all the trains they could have hopped on, there's quite a bit of trains they could have hopped on. They could have hopped on the Danny DeVito train. They could have hopped on the Danny DeVito train. Like, could you imagine Danny DeVito as Mario and Trilly?
I honestly think Danny DeVito would be a better Mario than Chris Pratt.
He would. I know he would. Especially it would just be like an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but instead of like those characters, it'd just be Mario and Luigi. It should be a solo adventure between Danny DeVito and Charlie Day, and I think that would be probably way better than anything Chris Pratt will ever do with that movie.
What are your expectations for the movie? Do you think it'll be good, bad? How do you think these characters are going to be portrayed? Do you think they're going to be trying to act like the video game characters and Chris Pratt's going to sound like Mario? Or do you think it's going to be like a Jumanji scenario where it's like, oh, I got sucked into the game. I'm Mario now.
Keegan-Michael Key as Toad is already like a good sign that they are not going to do that. I mean, maybe for like Bowser or Donkey Kong, maybe. Like they might go that direction, but like I don't see them going like a super accurate direction with Mario and Luigi and especially Toad. Like Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. Like he's not gonna be screeching something.
Do you think they're gonna look like the characters?
It's animated, so
but still, do you think they're gonna make them look?
Yes, they will look like the characters.
See, that's just weird to me. I can't see Mario and then hear Chris Pratt. I can't see Luigi and hear Charlie Day. I can't see Donkey Kong and hear.
I can see Luigi and hear Charlie Day. That's plausible. That is definitely plausible. And I think it'll be very funny to see Toad and hear Keegan-Michael Key. But you're right. I cannot see Mario and hear Chris Pratt. That is...
Ethan from the H3 podcast. I guess he has a friend who worked on the movie, and he said his friend had to quit halfway through because he didn't want his name tied to the movie. Yeah. He said it's have low expectations for it.
Video game movies have been trending upwards. Like I remember, I never watched the Sonic movie, but I hear that it wasn't actually like that bad.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
Especially when they realized, people aren't gonna like this, and so they redid it. But and I think what other video game movies have come out recently?
Assassin's Creed came out. It's not that's a stinker.
Yeah, that was a stinker. But that was like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I don't know what other video game movies have come out. feel like there's one that we're forgetting that's pretty big.
There is definitely one we're forgetting that is pretty big.
I mean, would you count Ready Player One as like a video game movie?
Yes and no. More of a cash grab. Hold on. Stall for time while I look it up, because this is gonna bug me.
Yeah, it's gonna bug me too.
Video game movies.
I know.
Because there's definitely one.
I don't know.
Oh, there was Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. I had
good.
You said it's not good?
I've heard that it was pretty bad.
Okay.
Detective Pikachu. That was a decent movie.
Yeah, I like that movie. Yeah, I didn't watch Mortal Kombat, so
45 video game movies ranked worst to best on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see here. Oh wow, that is a 1%. That was not a good movie. What are the best video game movies, you think? What do you think is going to be up here on this list?
I don't know. I know Resident Evil's coming out with a new movie, but it's not going to be like the other Resident Evil movies. It's going to be more in the line of the actual games. So
this is 45 video game movies ranked worst to best. The best movie has a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, not awful,
and
not
it
great.
Is the Angry Birds movie 2. 2.
That's funny.
Second is Detective Pikachu.
Wow, Detective Pikachu should be higher than that.
It is. It's 68%.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie. Sonic the Hedgehog, 63%. Mortal Kombat, 55%. And then the Tomb Raider movie.
Yep, Tomb Raider is a movie.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider has...
There's definitely still something I feel like is being left out in my brain.
Yeah, me too.
It's... No, do you remember Pixels with Adam Sandler?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I couldn't remember the name.
That was a movie.
It was a movie.
Not a good one, I don't think, but it was a movie. But I think like a lot of people are definitely doing that like emoji movie thing, where they like put out a movie that looks like it's really bad, so people talk about it, which I think has succeeded. They have succeeded in getting people to talk about this movie.
You think Nintendo's doing that though? Because Nintendo's notoriously known for just like not knowing anything that's going on with their fan base, and then they don't care. They just do whatever they want.
Maybe not intentionally, but this strategy for them has definitely paid off, and people are talking about it, whether or not it was intentional.
Did you see the new Kirby game? It's coming out.
I did.
3D Kirby,
but it looks decent.
Looks like Baby Mario, but I kind of still want to get it. Yeah. It's like Baby's first Mario, you know.
When was the last time they made a Paper Mario game?
Last year I think it was the Origami King. Here it was not very good.
Oh.
Here it was very, very easy, and people didn't like it for being easy.
I love Thousand Year Door.
I think Nintendo games are getting easier. Nobody likes that.
I believe that. Like, need more Cuphead in the world.
Yeah.
Need more like games that are difficult. People complain about it, but it's good because difficulty's fun.
Well, you know, it's just like the people that who've grown up on Nintendo. They're no longer, children, so they're anticipating some more. What's the word I'm going here for? More like neutral games. Yeah, more challenging game.
But not like super challenging.
No, it's still a fun game. But you know,
like Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, like Water Temple kind of difficulty. Like, you got to think about it. You got to put some thought into it.
But yeah, even like I hear the Pokemon games nowadays, like you don't even have to grind anymore.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was a kid, you had to grind, dude. You'd be in one area just over and over and over again.
Walking through that grass trying to beat the Elite Four.
Mm-hmm.
But
for real.
Now all the fun's been sucked out. But enough sounding like boomers. I think it's time to. I think we've talked about the Mario movie and video game difficulty for long enough. This next song I'm gonna play is actually my dad's favorite song.
Okay. This
is "When Doves Cry" by Prince. All right, that was "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me" as performed by George Michael and
Elton John. Yeah, Elton John.
Good song, but that part's kind of funny. I like this version more so than the original version, just because George Michael.
Because Elton John.
But also because George Michael is just cool. I like him a lot. But yeah, these are the songs I've been formulating. It took me a long time. By a long time, I meant I was sitting on my couch last night and went, I gotta come up with songs. So I just threw in my favorites. So earlier when you heard me say that, there's a lot of formulating, I lied.
He lied, ladies and gentlemen.
I lied. I'm a big fibber. I fibbed.
You fibbed.
I did fib.
Good thing this isn't live, because you'd be getting a call from your mom saying,
I would.
Joey Soto, I raised you not to fib.
And then I'll be like, Mom. I promise I'm not a fibber. But that's a lie. See, I am a fibber. I fooled you. You've been fibbed.
Stop fibbing.
Sorry. Okay. I'll be honest now. from here on out, I'm a clean man who doesn't fib.
Okay.
So no more fibbing. You won't hear another
No
fib from
more
this guy.
fibbing.
No more fibbing. $19 fib card. But yeah, you got anything on the dome you want to talk about?
On the dome?
On the dome?
Let's see. I had a session last night with my good friend Austin, one of his songs.
How was that?
Well, it was the one of three. We have one tonight as well, and he was really excited. He's had this song for a very long time, and when I presented him with the opportunity to come in and professionally record it, he was ecstatic. And then he was even more so ecstatic when he went down to Studio F and saw that we are the real deals here.
It is a sight to behold down there in Studio F, right below our feet.
But he said years and years ago, right after he graduated high school, myself and Brandon Calvert, who will be joining us tonight to record some guitar stuff, that riff that is in the song would be the song that would get them out of Clinton County. So hopefully we get a nice mix for them.
Hopefully it is a song that gets them out of Clinton County.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're both out of Clinton County technically.
Yeah, but it's a phrase of endearment for wanting to be bigger and better.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully it gets them out of wherever they are now. We'll restructure it like that. But yeah, I think that's all.
How was your weekend, Joey?
How was my weekend? I did absolutely positively nothing. I lost my wallet. I did that this weekend.
Dang.
I did. I went to IHOP after a session on Friday night, and yeah, I looked in every single place where I went in between when I last used my wallet and when I lost my wallet. It is just, not there.
Just gone. Do you think you left it at IHOP and someone took it, or?
I probably, I don't, because I checked my wallet. I checked my pocket at IHOP, and that's when I realized I didn't have my wallet.
Oh, so you misplaced it before?
It might have fallen out of my pocket in the IHOP, and I just didn't notice. But when I went to pay for my food at IHOP, I did not have a wallet in my pocket.
Huh.
And I called the IHOP yesterday, and they said nobody found it. And then I called the IHOP again today, and the guy's like, yeah, we have no managers here right now, and they're the only people that can have access to the safe where they put lost stuff for customers. So I'll have to call back tomorrow morning to see if there's anything in that safe when there is a manager there. Mm-hmm. Nobody's turned it into public safety.
Was it in the car that you rode to get there?
We checked the car. It's not an Isaiah's car.
Dang, maybe you dropped it on the way to the car.
Maybe.
Someone picked it up and said,
I mean, it
mine.
doesn't look like a valuable wallet. There was no cash. The only thing that was in it was my driver's license, my card, and my student ID.
And you haven't got any charges on your card yet?
No, I froze my card.
Good.
But so I don't. Hoping somebody finds it.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. I'd like to not have to spend $25 to get a new license and then another $10 to get a new student ID.
But yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. You didn't lose any money from your bank account.
Had no
cash.
Had any money to lose in my bank account. They should have taken one look at my college ID and been like, oh, nope, this is not worth it.
Might as well call them back.
Yeah, but I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, it just turns up somewhere. Maybe some kind Samaritan found it and mailed it back to my house, and it'll be there in a week. Who knows?
Well, I know Kaylee, I'm sure you've heard about this, but Kaylee recently had her wallet stolen, and then when she got a new wallet, someone took some cash out of it. So they have an alleged burglar literally breaking into their house.
I heard that because Nat lost his camera.
Nat got his camera taken too.
But he got it back, I think.
Oh, he got it back?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard that. I'll have to ask him about that.
At least I think that's what he said on his Snapchat story.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I'll have to check in with that.
But yeah, all around, other than that, pretty uneventful. Well, I mean, I did have a session Friday night that went pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But the IHOP was also pretty good. But, losing my wallet was not very fun.
No, I can't imagine ever losing anything is very fun.
It is not very fun. Especially because I need my driver's license. I need money to buy a new driver's license. And I need my driver's license to start a job to make money. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
What can you do?
What can you do? Anyway, that's
Ask
just the way
mommy
it
and
is.
daddy for money.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, if you're listening, which you're not, honey bunny, but by the time you hear this, you'll already know that. Because I'll already tell you that I lost my wallet.
It's true. It's true.
It is true.
Just the facts.
Just
Joey
the facts. And that's just the way it is.
Boop. We're playing it again.
No, we're not. I think we can kick to the next song. I think we've talked enough for the people at Anchor to not get mad at us.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. And if you are mad at us, just remember that you're underpaid, overworked, and you let this slide. Because this is your silent way of sticking it to the man. But anyway, I think with that being said, we've definitely talked enough to appease the underpaid, overworked workers at Anchor. To kick it to the next song. Up next, we have Brown Eyed Woman by the Grateful Dead. All right, that was Brown Eyed Woman by the Grateful Dead. A little splash of the songbird in there. I am the Mockingbird, after all. So, I've got to live up to the name. Got to live up to the bird.
The bird.
The bird part of the name.
It's true.
Gotta, 50-50. 50% songbird, 50% mockingbird. So, and also I do legitimately enjoy some of the Grateful Dead's music.
Who doesn't?
Courtesy of the songbird, He just has a way with getting you into interesting music. But yeah.
But he's I wonder what he's doing off in college now,
Wonder what he's doing right now. What if we called him and put him on the show, and that'd be funny. See what he's up to right now.
That would be pretty funny. Maybe we can do that during the podcast portion.
We
see
could
what's
do it
up.
during the podcast.
I doubt he'd answer his phone.
Yeah, he is notorious for taking very long.
He'd call us like next week and
anything.
he'd be like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "Dude, not only was this a week ago,
it is 3 o'clock
I've
in the
had
morning.
classes with you. Like I've talked to you in person,
and it is also 3 o'clock in the morning, Kyle. Why are you calling me at this hour?" But yeah, he's an enigma, right? That's the only thing I can say about him. He's an enigma.
He's probably too busy. I don't know, watching Cleveland Browns or something, or Bengals.
I don't think the Bengals play today. I think they.
Yeah, well, he's watching reruns.
He is watching reruns, definitely. He's reviewing the tapes. He's got to study for his game.
Yeah.
Because, every game's an adventure for him. He's got to analyze what the team can do better. And chant and then scream at them to the TV when they don't do it.
Yeah.
Whew. But yeah.
For sure.
That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
That's just... Every time I say that, I have to play the song. I think that'd be funny. But not like play the full thing, but just like... play it and here it goes. I'm like, gotcha. Gotcha. Is he gonna play it again? Is he not gonna play it again? Is he gonna play it again? Is he gonna play it again? He's not. He's not gonna. That would have been funny if I committed to it, but I don't feel like playing that song twice in one show. I think that'd be a disservice to all the other amazing music I have. And I think the next song I'm feeling like playing, the next song I'm jonesing to click, is a song that an artist I recently just got into, because I know Greg went to this concert. I know Brandon Madden and Emily Lubman also went to this concert. Phoebe Bridgers. So I was like, I feel like Phoebe Bridgers makes music.
What did you just say?
Did I botch that? And that just kind of it came out of my mouth, and then I didn't realize what I said until you gasped at it, and then I realized I said it really wrong. Phoebe Bridgers is an artist whose music I feel like I'd really enjoy. So I was like, you know what, I'll listen to it. And I found out, wow, I do kind of really enjoy this. So this next song is going to be Waiting Room by Phoebe Bridgers. All right, that was This Side of Paradise by Coyote Theory. Woo!
Bark at the moon.
Bark at the moon.
Because coyotes.
Oh, I get it. They howl, not bark.
Oh, sorry.
Ow, ow. But we are edging ever so close to the people. I hate we are getting close to that time where we enter the podcast portion of the show. We got just 12 short minutes. Maybe less if I feel like it, because this is my show to host.
It's true.
It is true. So very true. But, now it's 11 minutes. Now I got 11 minutes or more or less, I can start the podcast portion at 6:45. I won't. I would never do that because the
Sure.
podcast portion is one of the most enjoyable
Anchor would
parts
be
of the
mad
show.
at us. So
Yeah, Anchor would be mad at us. But yeah, that was pretty. That was a funny moment. But we had a guest lined up for the show, and not anymore. Not anymore.
flaky like a fish, dude.
like,
It's not that funny.
it's pretty funny. I think that was pretty funny. Honestly, that was that's up there with making me laugh because of what I said earlier. But flaky, that's good. I'm keeping that in my back pocket for probably the rest of my life. But yeah,
hopefully we have another guest come in. So
hopefully we can.
they're probably in this building,
They
like
might
downstairs.
be in this building, and if I can get them to come up, day saved. The day will be saved. But I think for the next song we got, and hopefully throughout this song we will learn that we will be getting a guest. That'd be very nice if we could show up. But in the meantime, I think we'll listen to the smooth.
What? You're losing it today.
I am losing it in more ways than one. The smooth sounds of Simon and Garfunkel. Here is Baby Driver. All right, we have edged to that time where we are at the podcast portion. That last song you heard was a cover of Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Sammy Ray and the Friends. And you know, it's finally time, hour and a half, time for the podcast portion, last 30 minutes of the show.
Let's go, as
Let's
the baby
get
once
it.
said.
As the baby once said, let's get it. Or let's go. He didn't say that. He
not say
never
that.
did say let's get it. I bet you're wondering what that third voice just now was. And that was, my suspicions were correct.
Does he have the
And
mic on? Let's see.
He
Let's
does.
see.
I heard his voice.
Is this on?
It is very much on. I can hear you.
I can't.
I can hear you. You're good. Your
All right,
headphones are
sick.
probably
Yeah, those
not
headphones
working.
are interesting. But my suspicions were correct, and as we were listening to Baby Driver, I got that text from Sam that said, say what you said in the text. You
He's
said
pulling out his
I'm
phone.
done.
Wow,
You said,
the
you said
screen
I'm
is
done.
very broken.
Shut up.
You said I'm done. If you don't want
I said I just finished.
Oh.
You don't even remember what I said. Fake friend.
to. Someone said I just finished, and he came up here, and now we have our guest for the podcast portion, Sam Woods. Sam Woods.
Wait. Can we say what Dalton said to me?
What did I texted you?
And I quote, no.
Oh.
This was,
And I quote, get your tall, skinny butt up here, unquote, Dalton Jones.
That wasn't me, Mom. I didn't say that.
Dalton would never say such vulgar things, Tammy. Not in a million years. But anyway, Sam Woods, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Sam Woods. I got the text today to come in.
Please
I
stand
don't know
up.
what's
Please
happening.
stand up.
Stand up?
Yeah, please stand up.
What are we standing up for?
We're welcoming you.
Applause. But yeah, we're excited to have you. I was scared that we would not have a guest, not because I'm scared of it being Dalton and I, but just because I enjoy having a guest on the show. I feel like an integral part of the podcast portion
I agree.
is the people and friends we made along the way. You know? But yeah, we got 30 minutes of raw, unadulterated talking and discussion about to be brought upon us. So what's doming in the chromes? What we got on our minds? What do we
Sam,
feel like
you're the guest.
discussing?
You go first.
What'd
What'd you do this weekend? Let's start off
What'd you
with that.
do? Yeah.
I know
What'd
you had
do
an
this
important
weekend?
night on Friday night.
I did
so-
have a very big night. I had a recording session with my friend Max from Bowling Green. He drove all the way down and back after we got out of the studio at 1:30. He drove back to Bowling Green. So shout out to Max. Love him.
Max.
But
Shout
the
out.
reason it was so hectic is because me and my partner for this project, we had already booked a band to do a recording session. And then I got sick. And I was like, oh no, this is not going to work. So we tried to reschedule with them. But they're like launching a television station, whatever that means. So they literally had
Wait.
0 times. They couldn't come on the weekends. They couldn't come any day.
The band is launching a television
I
station?
have no clue. They did not explain at all. And then I started emailing bands and like DMing them on Instagram, and either they wouldn't respond or they were just like, yeah, we can do this in like 6 months time. And I was like, no, I need this now. So I had to pull in a ringer, and we did a cover of Just the Two of Us by Grover Washington.
We did do a cover of Just the Two of Us by Grover Washington.
Yeah, Joey was there.
It was a ragtag group of heroes. We were like the musical Avengers.
That's awesome.
And you guys pulled it out.
We pulled it out.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was, Satch laying it down on the keys. God bless that man. Max singing and playing bass. God bless that man. And
True.
Brandon Duringer on the drums. And
There you
the aux
go.
percussion, playing some conga.
Mhm.
The huge.
Then we had a huge horn section.
We did. It was Isaiah, me, Troy, Liz, and Greg. It was a ragtag group of musicians.
That's awesome.
It
That's
was.
awesome.
And we came up with like the horn hits off the dome. I was like, all right, we'll do this. And then Sam's partner, Theo, gave us some good ideas to make it sound even better. And it turned out pretty dang good, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say
Pretty
so.
good. We went back and listened in the studio, bumping our heads. It's just, all in all, just a good... Of all the sessions I've ever had, it's probably the most enjoyable.
That was definitely the most fun session.
Because
I've
I've had
for sure.
sessions that were not enjoyable, especially as a horn player who doesn't do anything in music tech. A lot of times I just sit there, sometimes for 4, 5, 6 hours.
6 hours?
Well, to be fair, you did kind of sit there for a while.
Yeah, but at least the
So-
people I was sitting with were people I knew and enjoyed,
That does make all the difference.
It does make all the difference, especially when you're sitting there for 4,
Bro.
5, 6 hours.
Just make friends with them. Come on.
Yeah, but it was just kind of like me, and everyone else was busy. But yeah, fun session. Yeah,
Nice.
that's what we did Friday. What'd you do on Saturday? Can't just talk about Friday night. What'd you do on
Sure.
Saturday?
Oh my God. There was a disc golf outing for the disc golf club.
Okay.
There was.
Yeah, there was a disc golf outing, and I was gonna go because there's a tournament next week, and I haven't played in probably 6 months.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lose, and so I was a little bit late getting there. So I was driving. Me and my girlfriend were gonna go, and then I pull into the parking lot because we were meeting at the fountains, and Isaiah calls me and says, "We don't have any room in any of the cars, so could you just drive yourself?" So then I was like, fine, I'll drive myself and I'll go by myself. Well, with my girlfriend. But so we drove all the way there. It's like an hour away.
Okay. Not
Don't know why
great.
we're going to this.
Because it's halfway between Heidelberg and us. Split the distance.
Well, that's dumb. They should come here.
Yeah, too far, man. You come to me.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I suppose.
But yeah, we drive up there. We stop at Starbucks, as you do.
I don't drink coffee.
You don't.
I'm sorry. I'm not
I
addicted
get
to
it.
caffeine.
I get it.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Joey. So we stop at Starbucks. We get Starbucks. And then Isaiah calls me. And he says, are you here? Are you, coming? Did you, just stay at home? It's like, no, I'm at 5 minutes away, literally. And he said, well, we're just going to start without you because we've been waiting for a while. And I was like,
This is-
God.
Flaky like a fish.
True. That's Isaiah. And so then I drive there and I don't know where my phone is. So I'm like, oh my God, I got to go back to this Starbucks to get my
Oh
phone.
my gosh.
It's not even like a real Starbucks. It's a Starbucks in a Kroger.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I was like, I'm never going to find my phone. This is gone forever. So I go back to the Kroger Starbucks. And we ask the people working there, hey, have you seen a phone? And look around, all the tables, nothing. So I go back in my car. It is in the door, far down,
Yep.
where there's a cup holder, but so far up you couldn't see it. I was like, oh,
Maybe it's
I'm
where my
so
wallet is in
stupid.
Isaiah's car.
Maybe. Fingers crossed.
Oh, did you not find your wallet yet?
Nope, not in public safety didn't have it. The IHOP doesn't have it, or maybe they do have it, but there's no managers there that have a combination to a safe to check if it's there. So,
But Wait, when did you lose it?
So I went to IHOP after the session Friday night.
Oh. And wait, there are no managers there ever?
Nope. There were no managers there when I called them.
When'd you call them?
I called them earlier, and the guy's like, yeah, because I called them yesterday, and they said, the woman said no. So I was like, maybe I'll come today. Maybe something's changed. I don't know. Stroke of luck. And I call him, and the guy's like, yeah, all the managers just kind of left. So call back tomorrow morning so somebody can, like, check the safe, see if it's in there. And I was like, okay.
They just dipped?
They just dipped.
That's crazy that they can do that.
When we went there after the session, there was only one person, like, there's only one waiter, one waitress.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy. Poor woman was fighting for her life in that IHOP. Because it was, like, kind of busy for 3 a.m.
What?
on a Saturday morning.
How many people were there?
A decent amount of people, you know, it wasn't empty. You know, there were, like, two other groups of people waiting like, behind us when we got there, so.
Dang, I didn't know IHOP would be full of DGen hours, you know?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But, yeah, the food was good. Then I went to pay and didn't have my wallet. No, I still don't have my wallet.
And Sam still doesn't have his phone.
No,
He
I do
kinda
have my
does.
phone. It was right here.
But, what'd you do today, Sam?
I woke up at noon.
Okay.
Very productive day. I went home. Well, I woke up, and then I watched New Girl for like
Good show.
3 hours, and then there was a band concert.
I was there.
Well, actually, before, I was telling myself that I was gonna go work on this composition project that I had to do.
Yeah.
I kept saying I would do it after the next episode. I didn't do it, and then it was 2:50, and the band concert was at 3, and I was like, well, gotta go to that. So then I left, and then right after that, I started this composition thing.
Like full on started it for the first time?
Yes.
Now, you recently told me that you didn't do the first one. So were you working on the first one or the second one?
Okay, so yeah, like it goes in alternating weeks for this class. The first week is a rough draft, and the second week is a final draft.
Monday is the second week.
Yeah,
For our
it's the
second
week,
project.
and I didn't do the rough draft because I'm a dumb person, and so I just kind of skipped the rough draft portion, and I will get a C, maybe, hopefully.
Fingers
That would be
crossed.
cool.
Knock on wood.
On the first one or the second one?
The second one.
Okay. Did you ever do the first one?
No, I didn't do the first one. I literally just wrote it while I was literally under you guys in the basement.
There we go. I told you, Joey. I told you he was under us.
Yeah, he was grinding.
Did it turn out well?
Honestly, it was.
Okay.
I guess you could
Good
say,
rock song?
Yeah, I mean, we could listen to it, honestly.
Sure.
Can you pull it up?
Yeah,
It's on
I have it on a
SoundCloud.
flash drive.
Oh, you didn't put it on SoundCloud yet?
You know, I'll say.
No!
I guess you could say you're on that grustle, you know? Grind plus hustle. That's my favorite phrase.
Wait, how are we going to
Do
play
you
that?
have the capabilities?
Yeah, how are we going to play that? We don't.
Do you not have a computer that has a USB drive?
There's some USB.
What kind of studio is this?
Can see a USB drive, but I could not tell you what it does.
Is there one?
I assume it's for USB.
It's on the Tascam.
No, that's for recording. Is there one on the record player? You
Wait,
could put it in the
is
record
there
player.
one on the computer?
Well, you know, with the computer, the station's already very broken. Not trying to
Dang.
break it more. But if you would have put it on SoundCloud.
Well,
Do you have your
I didn't
laptop?
have a
Do you
lot
have
of
your laptop?
time. Wait, actually, I don't know.
Upload that bad boy to SoundCloud.
Yeah, or
We'll
just
listen to
put
it.
it in your laptop and play it, and put it up.
No,
next
I
to
don't
your
have
Mac.
my laptop.
What's the name of your song? I have a pretty interesting name for mine.
I think I called it Boulder Breaker. I know, it's really dumb.
Interesting.
Well, mine's called Penguins with Bombs.
Oh,
So,
come on. Why you gotta make me look dumb now?
no, mine's pretty dumb.
No, it's not. That's cool.
Okay, so what's the type of rock vibe? Because mine's like a metal vibe.
Yeah, mine's a metal vibe too.
We gotta listen to them. We have to listen to them. You gotta get it up. You got to get it up, Sam.
Yeah, you gotta get it up, Sam.
Okay, well, there's no way this computer doesn't have a USB drive.
Are you having issues getting it up right now, Sam?
Yes, I literally am. I don't have my computer with me.
You don't have your computer.
And your computer's broken.
It is. It is broken. I don't even know where like the main like.
Where even is the actual computer?
That's an amazing, fantastic, wonderful question. One I could not give you the answer to at this current moment in time.
That's crazy.
Well, life's full of disappointment, Sam.
I
Now
know.
we're never going to be able to hear your song.
It's
Yeah.
fine. It's really not that good.
Maybe it is good. You know, we as a collective will never know whether or not it's good.
Honestly, that's probably for the best.
What do you think our next project is going to be? I'm a little worried about the orchestra ones. Because I know he said we're going to have to do one eventually.
Oh, yeah. I haven't looked at the syllabus
Oh, me either.
because, I didn't even do the last project. So obviously I'm not looking at the syllabus.
Yeah.
I think the next one I think it might be the orchestra one.
Oh, man. That's going to be rough.
Nah, I don't. That's
I
not
believe
gonna be
you,
that
Dalton.
bad.
Huh?
I believe in you. You played saxophone. You know music.
Yeah, you'll be
right?
fine.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
Writing for this class for orchestra will be 10 times better than playing in orchestra.
Well,
True.
you can say that about literally every project.
I'm in orchestra right now. The worst thing that's ever happened to me in my whole entire life. I'm not kidding.
I've
What do you
never
play in
had
orchestra?
A fun experience.
I'm a percussionist,
Oh, yeah,
so
duh. I forgot about
a
that.
Percussion.
bunch of dumb, random stuff. It goes from 7 to 9:30
Rough.
every Monday night.
Rough.
And there's this really dumb piece that I have 4 gongs that are hanging in front of me,
It's 4 more than usual.
and it's huge. Yeah, it is 4 more than usual. And I have to hit them, but they're so big, and the stand is so big, I can't see my music or the conductor, so I'm just flying solo and blind at the same time, and it sucks.
Why are there 4? Why do you have 4
Because the
different
music calls for
gongs?
4.
Because they're
I've never heard of a composition calling for 4
They're like-
different gongs.
pitched gongs, so like I'm playing like melodies on them.
So they're
Yeah.
like, what's it? What am I thinking of? I'm having a stroke. Hold on, bear with me. Timpani gongs. Yeah, they're like timpanis, but gongs.
No,
Kind of.
they're not
kind of.
timpanis.
I get what you're going for, Joey.
Yeah, like a drum that is pitched and you can play melodies on.
Well,
Yeah,
gongs
yeah.
are always pitched. The ones that aren't pitched are called tam-tams. The more you know.
Yeah, you can.
Percussionist, am I right, Joey?
I really
We're gonna-
hate pulling out knowledge like this because it makes me seem like such a pretentious person, and it makes me feel awful.
This dude's talking.
I felt like that yesterday. Allison and I went to Newfangled, and Ethan, the young man that works front counter, he's a nice guy.
Guy.
We always like
Great
to
guy.
strike up a conversation with him, and he always asks us, "What are you guys doing tonight?" And Allison just looked at me, and I was like, "I'm gonna have to tell him what I'm doing tonight." He was like, "Yeah, my friend's coming up. We're recording one of his songs." He's like, "Oh, what type of music?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a metal. He's like doing a metal song." "Oh, what's the band name?" I'll look it up. And I was like, "Well, it's not really a band yet. It's just a song he's had for years. He wants to record." He's like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then he was like, "So walk me through the process and stuff like that." And I was like, "Oh man."
Oh my lord.
And I was like, I would love to talk to you about this any other time, but like
no.
I'm very hungry right now. I just want my chicken sandwich and I want out of here, man.
What did you order?
The Hunter S chicken sandwich.
Classic.
It is a
that.
classic. It's so good, messy, but very good.
I think that's the first thing I got from there.
Really. I got the high
No,
five.
It was the other one, the Cluck Old Hen.
That's basically the same thing, but it doesn't have barbecue sauce on it.
I think the
Yeah.
last thing I got.
And then I
anything was
realized
the
that, and I was
Coke
like, wow, I'm so dumb. I could have been having barbecue this whole time.
can.
What about you, Joey? First meal at Newfangled.
The Cluckled Hen
There you go. It's classic.
is a classic.
I feel like everything on their menu is a classic.
Yeah, tried and true.
Well, what's
Honestly,
your favorite, though?
You know, if I don't know what I want, I'll always go with the high five. Do you know that one?
Yeah.
Toasted bread. It's like a.
I'm a
sandwich kinda.
big fan of the Swisher Melt.
Oh,
Ooh,
that
but with
one's
no
good. I
shrooms.
think that's their best
just a Swiss milk.
meatloaf.
Just the Swiss Melt.
I think it's just that's their best meatloaf sandwich. I think.
I'd have to agree. I've not really had that many of the meatloaf ones.
I've had the Fang, Lucifer's Hammer, that one, and I think one more, but I don't remember the name.
You know, if you have any question about their soda choices, you can talk to me. Maybe I can actually finish that project. No, I can't because I don't have cat bucks this semester, so I cannot finish that project without expending a lot of money. But
Ask me how many cat books I have right now.
How many
Ask
cat books do
me.
you have?
how many cat bucks do you have?
Way too many.
What meal plan are you on?
I don't even know. Block something.
Oh, so he's got like 300
I got
cat bucks.
300
Yeah,
cat
yeah,
bucks. I've been going to campgrounds almost every single day, and I still have so many.
But I my first year for the show, I wanted to review all the sodas at Newfangled and rank them. And I don't think I finished because COVID happened, so I had to go home. But I did a pretty good number of them, and I think since then they've changed up their drink options, so it'd be a totally different list.
I would love to get Ethan over here because he did say yesterday that he would love to come over here sometime.
You
That
know?
would be such a good episode.
And we originally had, when the Songbird was still on here,
oh,
literally
RIP.
the next show before we all got kicked out because of COVID, Ethan was supposed to come on.
Dang.
We
So
gotta fulfill the
that's a
prophecy.
lost episode concept that we could bring back.
We gotta come full circle. I also still have to choke on a Kinder Egg.
What?
That's because the jokes kind of slid out of my mind. But before I
Real
assumed
funny.
this position, I was just an intern. You know, just
You were the guy sitting on the chair
Yeah, he
over
was.
there.
Yeah,
except I was in
Stepping-
that chair, and I was the
Stepping up in the
ace field reporter for the show. And the last show before we went for Christmas, our very first semester, I made a joke about trying a Kinder Egg and choking on the toy inside of it.
still funny.
And it was the way I phrased it was much more funnier, but I cannot, for the life of me, remember what words I muttered from my mouth to make it hilarious. But it was hilarious.
You know, I believe you.
We could always go back in time. The episode's still there. So
It is. Maybe it's a sound clip. I remember you had sound
it
bites.
is. It is.
Maybe there's a sound bite of me saying choking on a Kinder Egg.
You need a Joey soundboard, so you can just be like,
Dalton was working on it.
I have a bunch of
Bazinga,
clips.
you know?
I have a bunch of clips.
Maybe you can just convince the professor now to just get a stream deck.
I mean, maybe.
well, maybe
Maybe.
a working USB port would be nice before we get
Maybe
that.
a working website. Honestly, would be
Oh.
sweet.
Yeah.
Is that wait?
Yeah,
What's wrong
go
with
to
the website?
Do
WXU.
you know how many people are
.com
listening
right
to
now.
this right now?
0.
Zero.
0.
Maybe,
How many people usually listen to this?
At least we usually get a few, like double digits sometimes.
Oh wow.
Because, we posted
Stepping
about
up.
it. I remember
crazy.
first year, one time I got above 100.
Sure.
And they said that they would get a tattoo if they
And then
got above 100.
Kyle, you know how he is,
Flake
flaky like a fish. I'll still do it. I'm still down.
Yeah.
I don't
So
really
you
have
got a
the money
tattoo?
for it. Yeah, Kyle, we were supposed to get matching tattoos. I was gonna get a little desperado.
Oh,
Kyle was gonna get a little
no.
bird.
4 words. Flaky like
Like a fish.
Flaky like a fish.
Dang.
Comma like a fish.
Little inside joke for us in the stew. That was good, Sam. That was good. Whew. But what do we talk about now? We got 9 minutes left before
9
we
minutes.
wrap up for the day. What are you doing after this, huh? What's current plans?
What
are the rumblings?
Coffee again.
Coffee. Addicted.
I have a serious addiction, and it's honestly a problem.
That's why I don't want to start drinking coffee.
Yeah, I get a headache if I
Oh,
don't drink coffee
that's
before
rough.
11.
That's rough.
Caffeine has no effect
Yeah.
on me.
That's not true. Everyone thinks that. It's not true. I can tell you right now, it's not true.
Why is it not true?
I'm not kidding.
Because I feel the same way. I can drink caffeinated drinks and be
I can
completely
also
fine.
drink coffee every day, quit, and I will have no side effects of withdrawal if I just cold turkey quit coffee or caffeine.
That's not true. You do not drink enough coffee to know that. Everyone thinks that until you get your first caffeine headache.
Well, yeah, because that's when you've had
'Cause that's when you know.
you drink coffee every day for a week.
I
and
thought that.
I went to campgrounds pretty much every day for the first 2 months of school.
What'd you get?
Just got an iced vanilla latte mostly.
Interesting.
There's coffee in that.
You know,
There's
maybe you
caffeine.
are the one person in the world who this drug does not affect.
I will also say that when I was born, my heart didn't work, and the doctor gave me a shot of caffeine, and it worked. So maybe that was my superhero.
Since you're now
my
half
God.
caffeine, your blood is
yeah, my blood.
Half oxygen,
I'm
half
always
caffeine.
caffeine.
That's why you're so energetic.
That is true.
No.
But the first time I ever had a bang, which is just
very caffeinated.
liquid caffeine in a bottle, and that is somehow legal. I drank it, and my friend's like, dude, you're gonna be up all night, man, because it was like 10 o'clock at night. He's like, you're gonna be up all night, dude. And I like finished it before he dropped me off at my house, and like I got in my car. I was like, am I supposed to feel anything yet? He's like, oh, you'll feel it. And then I got home. 30 minutes I texted him, when does this kick in? When am I supposed to feel caffeinated? He's like, you'll feel it. And then I went to bed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
So-
Joey, I'm the same way. I can drink those. It's just if I drink it too fast, I feel sick in the stomach.
Yeah,
Not
and,
really, like,
and,
energetic,
The
just,
first
like,
time
sick.
I had
Yeah.
like one of the tall things, a Monster with like the big twist off caps. I think I like drank at like 11 o'clock at night and then went to bed for like 11 hours.
I've never had a bang. I've had half of a Red Bull once, and I said, nope.
I think
not
that
for
was
me.
the one time.
Bang, it tastes a lot different than Red Bull.
Really?
Yeah, a lot different.
I don't mind Red Bull.
Because Bang's got like birthday cake flavors and like rainbow
Ugh.
unicorn and stuff like that, cotton candy.
Bang just makes you feel bad about yourself. There's nothing
Yeah, it kinda
good
does.
about drinking a Bang.
It really does.
Like, if you just want to ever feel bad about yourself, just drink a Bang, and like you'll feel bad about yourself. It is the cure for feeling good about yourself.
I think my
It's-
brother drinks those like religiously.
Speaking of feeling bad about yourself, I think I gave myself a concussion today.
Oh, dude. Tell your concussion story. I'll tell my concussion story. 'Cause I
Okay.
don't think I've ever told it on the show.
Well, I've had 2 concussions already.
Okay.
And today I was walking down into my basement, which is a scary
Yeah,
place.
It
Have
is.
you ever
There's a
been down
dog
there?
leash. There's literally a dog leash in his basement,
Yes, connected to the wall.
connected to the wall. Comma,
And
to the wall.
I was taking my laundry down there to do my laundry, and I'm walking down the stairs, and I hit my head really,
Yeah.
really, really hard on the door frame, like coming down the stairs.
Yep.
I didn't even know I was tall enough to do that. And I was just sat there and went, oh, for like 2 minutes. And Isaiah was yelling down. He was like, are you all right? What happened? And I was
No,
like,
I'm not all
just
right."
leave me alone.
I did
Now
that.
my head hurts.
I did that on our back porch because our buildings are
Uh-huh.
relatively similar.
I am always scared about that. When I went into your house last night, and Alice was like, "Back door's unlocked." I'm like,
Yeah, I was on my phone walking down those stairs for one time, and I just ran my head straight into the thing. But my concussion story, I was in high school, and you guys, doors. Everybody knows what a door is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we have a hallway in my house, and it's got like this door frame, right? But it's like door frame, and then it goes up a few inches, and that's the ceiling, right? So whatever, you get the idea.
Yeah.
And one day I was just playing around with my dogs or whatever, and I wasn't paying attention, and I like am running towards the hallway, and I jump, and I slam my head into this like little door frame thing, and I fall back and like basically hit the back of my head on the carpet or floor. And I'm just like, oh my God. And my mom's like, what did you do? You're stupid. Like, why did you do that? And I was like, oh, it's whatever. And I get back up and my head hurts really bad, but I don't think anything of it. I'm like, oh, I hit my head. It's going to hurt, obviously. And I go to school the next week and I have a headache every single day. Just like this awful migraine every single day. And everyone's like, are you good? And it's like, I'm fine. And just, I have headaches normally. It's whatever. Next week rolls by and I'm like, Mom, my head still hurts. Like, I think we should go see a doctor. And they're like, okay. And they're like, oh yeah, you've had a concussion, like a pretty mild concussion, but you've had a concussion for like the past 2 weeks.
Bruh.
You should have been taking medicine this entire time. And I was like, oh, cool.
That's fun.
Concussions are the worst thing in the world.
I count my blessings. I've never had.
But the worst part is I go back to school,
Uh-huh.
finding this news, and then everyone, I was like, yeah, I've had a concussion. And they're like, oh, what'd you do? And I was like, oh, I jumped up and hit my head. And they were like, you are so stupid. And even when I told the doctor that, they were like, I didn't want to tell the doctor. I was like, oh, I just hit my head. They're like, no, how'd you hit your head? And I was like, I just hit my head. Like, that's all you need to know.
Don't worry about it.
She's like, no, I need to know specifically how you hit your head. And I was like,
I don't think.
this is how I did it. And the doctor was like, you're an idiot.
How long were you out for?
I wasn't out. I just
Oh.
had a really bad headache for
No, I mean,
2
like-
weeks.
Like, how did you have to like sit in a dark room or anything?
Nope.
Oh, my first concussion was pretty severe. I played soccer and I got kicked in the head.
Yeah,
really
that's
hard.
a lot worse than just hitting your head on a wall.
I had to be like in a dark room by myself for a month.
That sucks.
It was awful.
That's the worst. I don't think I've ever told my appendicitis story, have I?
What?
Dude, I had a virus that made me think I had appendicitis, and the doctor was like, yeah, sorry, you're just going to have to go through it.
I woke up one morning with really, really bad abdominal pain. And I was like, this is no good. I told my mom about it, and I pointed at it. It was like hurting right, like, in the appendix area. And
Yep.
my mom's like, that is no good. So we first went to the urgent care, and she's like feeling my stomach. She's like, "Is this hurt? Is this hurt? Is this hurt?" I was like, "Yeah, it kind of hurts. Kind of hurts a lot. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts." And she's like, "Okay, well, well, might be appendicitis. Might want to go to the hospital and see, if you need to get your appendix removed." I'm like, "Okay." So they go to the hospital, and by the time I get to the hospital, I'm like, "Okay, this doesn't hurt as much, but it still kind of hurts pretty bad in my abdominal region." And so we go to like the little check-in area, and she's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I was like, "Oh, his abdomen hurts. Might be his appendix. Just want to make sure it's not the usual." And then I get taken in this room, and it's like kind of like the same thing. I'm like, "Oh, does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt?" She showed me like a little chart. It was like, "All right, on a scale of like 1 to 10, how bad does it hurt?" And it was like those like weird little like circle faces.
Oh.
You know exactly.
The happy faces,
Yeah.
brownie faces.
We've all been there.
And then
Yeah.
eventually I go into the waiting room, and we're in the waiting room for so long. After a while, I realize this doesn't hurt that bad anymore.
Wait, so you told them, you're like, yeah, I think I have appendicitis, and they kept you in the waiting room?
Well,
That's like, isn't that
that's
like
not-
like surgery?
Because by the time I went into like the little room and like she like did like the little chart, it didn't hurt nearly as bad as it did the
Okay.
other day. And eventually, I fart, and it doesn't hurt anymore. So the entire day, probably about 7-8 hours of just going to places, I realized I didn't have appendicitis. I just had a really bad gas cramp.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
You literally just had a stummy ache.
I had a stomach ache, and I thought it was appendicitis.
That's rough.
Oh my god.
That's rough.
That's
Joey.
so funny.
But like I got home, and I was like, man.
And that cost you $3,000.
Got out of school.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I never like actually went into like any like room. I didn't get any like treatment or anything, so it didn't cost anything. But thankfully, didn't have appendicitis. Just kind of had to poot. Got a man's gots to poot.
Sure.
But anyway, it's 7:00 on the dot, and I think that's about it for the show.
Sam, please stand up.
Please stand up.
Please
Sam.
stand up.
I'm standing.
Please stand
Please
up.
stand up, Sam. So
Anything.
anyway, I think it's time to, hit the road.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
Come back
it's
anytime,
good to have
Sam.
ya.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, this has been On the Rocks with Doolin Dalton and the Songbird.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
think-
whoa, whoa, whoa,
I
whoa, whoa.
Stolen identity.
I think that this has been a successful show. I'm sorry for saying your name. Let's try that again because I was so focused on fading the music up. This has been On the Rocks with
Doolin Dalton.
and the Mockingbird.
There you go.
I did it right. Tune in next week. Hopefully next week the song will be live and all will be right in the world. But thank you for tuning in. See you next week.